Hey there, good morning. You know what? I woke up this morning thinking about how sometimes the simplest things can totally change your whole perspective, and that's exactly what we're diving into today on Blue Mountain Morning,
Oh man, Alex, I love where you're going with this. And seriously, we've got some really interesting stuff lined up that I can't wait to share.
right? Like, we're going to look at this fascinating story about how a small town in Montana completely transformed their community and some pretty wild developments in tech that I think everyone needs to hear about.
Plus, I've got this incredible mindfulness technique that literally changed my morning routine. Super simple, but wow, what a difference it makes.
Honestly, I'm already feeling more centered just thinking about today's show. Should we jump right in? All right. So, first up in today's horizon, there's this really fascinating development in California's drought situation. The latest data from the state's Water Resources Board shows they've actually made some pretty incredible progress.
Yeah, and what's really cool about this is how they did it. Like, they didn't just rely on the usual solutions. They've been using this amazing AI-powered system to optimize water distribution. And get this, they're seeing about 30% more efficiency than last year.
Wait, seriously? That's actually incredible. And this could be huge for other states dealing with similar issues, right?
Exactly. And speaking of tech making waves, there's this other story that caught my eye about Detroit's automotive sector. They're making this massive shift toward electric vehicle production that's like completely transforming the job market there.
Oh, yeah, I saw something about that. Isn't there something about new training programs too?
Yeah, so they're actually partnering with community colleges to offer these free retraining programs for traditional auto workers. It's it's pretty amazing actually. They're expecting to create something like 5,000 new jobs over the next 2 years.
And then there's this other story I wanted to mention quickly about this breakthrough in Alzheimer's research from Mayo Clinic. They found this new way to detect early warning signs that could be a total game changer.
Oh man, this is huge. They're basically using a simple blood test that can spot markers like way earlier than we've ever been able to before. And the best part? It could be available in clinics as soon as next year.
That's the kind of news that really gives you hope, you know? Like actual solutions to real problems people face every day. So diving deeper into that Detroit story, because I think there's something really fascinating happening here. Mark, what's really driving this massive shift in Detroit? Like beyond just the obvious move to electric?
You know, it's actually pretty incredible when you look at the bigger picture. Um, this isn't just about swapping gas engines for batteries. What we're seeing is it's like watching an entire city reinvent itself for the third time.
The third time?
Yeah. So, first Detroit was the heart of America's industrial revolution, right? Then in the 50s and 60s, it became this symbol of middle-class prosperity with the traditional auto industry. And now we're watching this amazing transformation into what they're calling Electric Valley.
That's that's actually really interesting. How's this affecting the people who've been working in traditional auto manufacturing for years?
So that's where things get really interesting. Like, oh, take Mike Thompson. He's this guy who's been working on combustion engines for 24 years at one of the main plants. Last month, he finished this new EV certification program, and it's completely changed his career trajectory.
In what way?
Well, he's actually making about 30% more now. And here's the thing, he's teaching other workers too. It's creating this amazing ripple effect where one person's success is literally helping lift up others in the community.
And this is happening all over the city?
Exactly. And it's not just the auto plants. We're seeing new tech startups moving in, charging station manufacturers setting up shop. Even local restaurants and coffee shops are seeing more business. It's like watching a whole ecosystem come back to life.
So it's really transforming the whole community, not just the industry.
Yeah, and what's really exciting is that other cities are starting to look at Detroit as this blueprint, you know? Places like Flint, Cleveland, Pittsburgh. They're all watching closely and thinking, hey, maybe we could do something similar here.
You know what? I've got this really amazing story that I think is going to resonate with everyone today. Everyone loved yesterday's story about Linda's Diner, so here's another diner story. It's about this small diner in Montana that's been around for like 50 years.
Oh yeah, Betty's Place. I remember reading about this. This is such a perfect example of what makes America, well, America.
Exactly. So the owner, Betty, she's been running this place since 1973, and last month she was going to have to close down because of, rising costs and everything.
But that's not what happened, right?
Not even close. So get this, one of her regular customers, this college student named Sarah, heard about it and decided to make this TikTok video about Betty's famous apple pie and how this place had been like a second home to all these local families.
And it just completely blew up, didn't it?
It went absolutely viral. Like within 48 hours, there were people driving from 3 states away just to try Betty's pie. But here's the thing that really gets me. The local community started this kind of impromptu fund to help modernize the diner.
You know what's really beautiful about this story? It shows how social media, which we often think of as this divisive force, can actually bring people together in really meaningful ways.
Right? And it's not just about saving a diner, it's about preserving these spaces where people connect, where stories are shared, where community actually happens.
And I think there's something really powerful here that our listeners can take away. Sometimes we get so caught up in the big picture that we forget how much impact we can have in our own communities.
Exactly, like it doesn't take some grand gesture. Sarah just used what she had, a phone and a story worth telling.
And you know what's really cool? Betty's now teaching Sarah and a few other young people her famous pie recipe. She's passing on this piece of local history to the next generation. Before we wrap up today, I want us to take just a moment to pause and ground ourselves, like the ancient redwoods of California, standing tall and steady.
Those trees, they've seen so much, haven't they? Some of them have been around for thousands of years.
Yeah, and you know what's fascinating? Beneath the surface, their roots are all interconnected, supporting each other through storms and seasons. Kind of like us, really.
I love that image. It's like no matter where we are across this vast country, whether we're in bustling cities or quiet small towns, we're all connected somehow.
So here's what I want everyone to try right now, wherever you are. Maybe you're stuck in morning traffic or waiting for your coffee to brew. Just take one deep breath with me.
Just one breath can make such a difference.
Right? And as you breathe in, imagine drawing in that crisp mountain air, like you're standing at the edge of the Rockies. And as you breathe out, let go of whatever's weighing on your mind, just like those leaves drifting down in a New England fall.
That's really beautiful, Mark. You're quite the poet. You can almost feel the tension melting away.
Remember, just like those redwoods, you're part of something bigger. And sometimes, the simplest moments of stillness can be our strongest foundation.
Well, friends, we've reached that point in our morning journey together, and I can't tell you how grateful we are to share these moments with you.
Yeah, every morning feels like we're all just sitting around the same table, sharing our thoughts over that first cup of coffee.
Oh my gosh, exactly. And we really hope that today's episode has given you something meaningful to carry with you.
Tomorrow, we'll be back with more stories and insights to help you navigate your day. And trust me, we've got some really interesting things lined up.
Until then, take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and remember that every sunrise brings new possibilities.
From our Blue Mountain family to yours, have an amazing day, everyone.
See you tomorrow.